Made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Alongside the one and only Charles Davis. And CD, lots of compelling storylines in a game like this. Let's take a look at some of the numbers for these two offenses.
And I'm glad you brought up by judging the numbers. But I think
it's ready to go here for the first time. And the former Philadelphia Eagle turned Indianapolis Colt Carson Wentz set to take over here at the controls in his first year in Indianapolis.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. To get that changed around.
But he goes out of bounds. Jonathan Taylor, like most guys from Wisconsin, he's not one to shy away from contact. He proved it right there.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for, because you know you pay. Technique, technique, technique. I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Wentz gonna throw. To the right side, complete to Taylor. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. He'll get this one to Pittman. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people just like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. 7 yards, the pickup there. It's a jet sweep. This is Pittman. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Blankenship's kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. Well, they didn't get in the end zone, but pretty good balance there on the opening drive between the run and the pass.
Yeah, I think that was probably what they wanted to get accomplished right out of the gate. Throw the ball with success, run it, of course, to set the tone. So we saw the offensive coordinator's play sheet, probably wrote himself a little note. Exactly what we wanted to do. Probed it early and got it done.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Into the secondary, past the 40. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big pickup there on the run.
You can script to diagram plays all you want, but no one really envisions something like that happening this early in the game. How about that run to get things started? Didn't he win NFC Player of the Week last
round? But not before he's inside the 30. And they get Tristan Wirfs, first-round pick in 2020. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, unlike running backs with the ball in their hands.
back to throw here. Being chased out left. His gain on the scramble gets him 12 yards.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Able to connect, incomplete.
Get him there and get physical with him. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And they'll have it in the red zone. Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, and that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let him repeat.
From the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. 9 plays in all. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 4. Running back circle, beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Couldn't do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the work.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. He's at the 40, 10. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll see he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered. He just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact of the next-gen stats. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
Kari Willis there to bring him down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There was absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creasing.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. 10-7 our score after 1. Right home as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. He'll look to throw. Wide open, Gronkowski. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Are nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Right back to him on first down. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now a handoff as they run left side. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And he's brought down. 74. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead is now 14-10. Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage. And Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily when you've set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
Now from the 29. Now Wentz. The toss here completed to Pittman. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Quickly to Pittman. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. A little juke, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Wentz going to give this to Taylor, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the 1st down marker at the...
But you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, that's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And it's caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Down now. On 2nd and goal. Wentz. That ball is caught. It's Doyle. Touchdown, Colts. Jack Doyle. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now 17-14. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it, the West Coast offense, the long handoff. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. So, CD, you talk about this football team, and some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here, and then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame. They talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their career.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the 3rd quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers. A little bit more to the perimeter, perhaps. But above all, play your game.
5 yards remain on 2nd down. Calling a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground. And
according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one better than 20 miles an hour. Hands it off out of the gun. Shelling through the defense. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 97 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he is going to have the Bucs first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Fournette, a first down carry. Fournette fighting through. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1, running back 1, you've got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity and that opening, you take full advantage.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Back-to-back runs. I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Now Wentz on 3rd down. On the right side, it's Hill with a catch. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it, and were able to keep the drive moving.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Give him 5 on the QB run, but it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
35 yards that time on the punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 115 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. 2nd and 11. Flushed out right. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down at the Colts 38. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. From from the gun. He'll hand this off. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slow them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Leonard Fournette with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bucs add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point put through by Succop, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And here's Rodgers to return. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Wentz. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 47. And what a return as he brings us all the way back to the 25-yard line. If they had the signs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Man, to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 153 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Buccaneers extend their lead, and they are about to get to a 9-2 record. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. Rodgers on the return. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually...
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Meanwhile, Wentz's throw here pulled in by Hilton. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Wentz. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. This carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. A gain of 3, second down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got Gronkowski. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rob Gronkowski, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and they open the lead up now to 25. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. Here's Rodgers to return. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
That went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And bulldozing his way through. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. To put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bucs, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead they fall to 5-7. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans.